is the Aboriginal man of the planet Earth, and he taught us that. Master Farah Muhammad taught us that the original man came with the planet, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us this, that Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. He the one that taught me, referring to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who taught Farrakhan, who taught Malcolm X, who taught Muhammad Ali, and who also taught me through sometimes his brother, Supreme Minister uh, John Muhammad, and through Minister Farrakhan, and through Ali. I learned all from all the brothers, Malcolm, Ali. I learned from them. And, you know, uh, I learned things from different brothers, and I use it to my advantage, you know, because I take what the truth is that they give and I magnify it. I shine the light on it and enhance it. Enhances the truth, you know. See, if we were the first people on the planet Earth, the original people, and we've been around for trillions of years, then we are the ones that everything came from. Language, culture, you know, civilization came from our forefathers. And it's in our DNA, coded in our DNA. A whole lot of this language that we're using now derives from computer language. You know, and we apply computer language to our everyday talk, you know, and this modern generation, the younger generation, they relate to that more so than the elders. So uh, when we talk to the youth, we got to give them history of our life, you know, because a lot of our children don't know what a 45 record is. They don't know what a cassette is. They don't know about the origin of the radio, the origin of the television, the way television came on when the station began to broadcast, or when the broadcast ends from the station. We don't tell them that. We don't sit down and just take the time to tell them about our lifespan, our parents' lifespan, our great parents' lifespan, because my grandmama told me about her lifespan. And I would ask questions, but these children now, they don't ask questions because they think that the older you are, the more stupid you are. And we do act like that, elders. So I'm taking the time out to explain how I accumulate certain knowledges and wisdom that lets me affirm what I'm saying to you now. Lets me confirm what I'm saying to you now. You see? So I'm just focusing on when I was working at this church, You know, started in the 90s, ended up in the around 2005. I retired from the church, you know, and or yeah, 2005 I retired from the church. Quickly now, I'm going to get into how I've accumulated knowledge that I know that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is right and exact, because most of you ain't never done that. Y'all never went over to the other side and studied the Caucasian like I did. I studied his religion, all phases of it. The Lutheran, the Catholic, the Baptist, the Methodist. I came in contact while I was working at the church with all these various groups, white and black, or Caucasian and original. And so I found out that the heads know who we really are. The head of the churches know that we are the original people of the planet Earth. They're not going to admit it to us, because they found a technique or a method to manipulate us, and it's mind control. When I was going to Wayne County Community College, I was also working at this church. But all my instructors at Wayne County Community College were black consciousness. They were either Shrine of the Black Madonna, or either Nation of Islam, or black nationalists. You know. And I would compare where I worked at the church, and when I go to school, I learned, because I had biology, anthropology. These are the classes that I took. And I also was on the radio, you know. And to make a, to get right to it, because time is eluding us very fast, I'm just giving you a setup of how I accumulated this knowledge. Because, for example, a Caucasian member, I'm going to go and get his picture in here. He's deceased now. But I'm going to come back with his picture, his photo, because this is what this is. This book is this was printed up in 1997. And the church was born in 1947. I was born in 1946. So this is the 50th anniversary of that church. And while I was working in the church one day, this Caucasian fella that was a member of the church, and he admired me and he liked me. He would talk to me all the time, and they all knew that I was Muslim, and my teacher was Elijah Muhammad. And the radio station was located on Woodward and Highland Park at this particular time. Since then, it has moved to Victor in Highland Park. And so he asked me about the radio station, and I told him it was black owned and operated, and it was also a television station. And so right across the street from the radio station was Ford's first factory, Henry Ford's first factory in Highland Park. He gave me the history of Highland Park. He said Highland Park was almost like the capital of Detroit. Because this man, he was way older than me, you know. And he said that Henry Ford wanted to open up a school for using that building for black auto workers. And the Zionist Jews fought against him on this. So now this Caucasian man, he led me to a book called The Protocols of Zion back then. You know, I gave this book to a friend of mine, and I hope I get it back from the brother. Protocols of Zion. If not, I have to go and get another one. But I wanted to wise him up on it. So he said the Zionist Jews, maybe Henry Ford was a Jew himself, but the Zionist is a different type of Jew. You know. So they got another book that they used other than the Torah. So he said, beware of the Zionists. And so he told me to go and get this book because in Southfield they had a Jewish bookstore. So I went to get the book. I'm not going to reveal it. I don't want to say nothing right now about that. But the whole set, it was a set. The whole set would have been up in the hundreds. So I just started off with the Torah. So I bought the Torah. And read from that Torah. And so this guy was the congregationalist. So right across the street from the church was a Jewish school. And they would go to each other's meetings because on Southfield Road you have a lot of synagogues. And as Southfield is a Jewish, where the Jews there's mostly Jews. There's a lot of Jews out there, Southfield. And so, but now I'm finding out that the Zionists, and there's many types of Jews, because you know you got some Jews that eat pork. And I'm finding out the different kind of Jews it is, you know. And then later on I found out that from Community Congregational Church, because they got a bunch of books. And I'm there reading all the time, reading about